week.
Yeah.
We are having a very full Friday. I don't know.
Yeah, we went and got burritos right before this. Which was
shout
better
out
than
to
us.
Kelsey on that.
It was better than us being on stream being like, oh, you know what sounds great?
I know, right?
A burrito.
Yeah.
Which is usually the case. So hopefully we won't be as hungry this time to the point where we're just talking about food the entire stream. But no promises. That is one of our best topics. Outside of computers, obviously.
Of course.
I mean, when y'all aren't asking computer questions, then it's just like, alright, how am I going to fill the silence? You know what I ate recently? But yeah. So we're starting right off with Fate's build. We got 3 fish bowls for you today. So if you are a fan of those, you will enjoy this stream. Heck yeah. I hope everyone's having good weather and good health. Unstable.
What'd you call me?
Looked like you were calling our stream. Okay, we're on. We're just unstable. Average stream bitrate too high.
Uh-oh.
Well, we'll see. Anyways, hello. What's going on, YouTube?
Hello.
We're having a
How's
great
it
day.
going?
Hope you are too. Fate, are you the Fate?
Is that
The
you?
Fate?
The Fate?
Hey guys. How's it going, Brian?
What up?
If not, you're still welcome here, don't worry. It is. Oh, okay, perfect.
Hey.
Yeah, you were just in time.
This is your build.
Perfect. Yeah, starting the stream off with this one. This is good. I don't usually see the Riptide on the build stream.
Yeah, not
but
too
it's a good motherboard.
Very pretty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got that red-blue thing going on. Very nice. But yeah. Man, YouTube's always here ready for us. Twitch, we even give them a 10-minute head start, and they're still not here. I hope everyone's got some good weekend plans.
I know we do.
Oh, yeah. We are going to be go-karting and probably other things over at a cool place this weekend. Lian and myself. So maybe we'll have some funny stories for you guys next week.
Hopefully we don't fly off the carts.
Yeah.
No, the carts are pretty slow. I don't want to call them slow, but they're cruiser carts.
Yeah. Otherwise, I don't think they put them so close to the freeway. Because Dukes of Hazzard it, just like, So what is labor costs?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
What is the build fee like? I don't.
50
I forget
bucks?
the build fee. Yeah, is it
Yeah.
50, 60 bucks?
Something like that. There's a 5070 King 95, a good computer. Thinking about pulling the trigger on that one. Ooh. Yeah, I think that would be a great option for you. 5070's like capable of handling basically any game you throw at it, at least in 1080p or 1440. King 95 is a great case, easy to upgrade in the future if you want to, get a better CPU or a better GPU down the line. You totally can do that. Very easy to work in.
Very easy.
Yeah, it's a good computer. Great airflow. It's actually a decent build cost. Yeah, again, that's only like off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure it's something like that.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
And yeah. This music like weirdly quiet. Like I know we don't like usually have music playing like in the actual room, but just because like a lot of people are gone.
He's not typing.
You know, that's it. Yeah. Ambient handy noises.
No hand.
Yeah. Our PA is gone for the week.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
Look here, I have one of your pre-builds coming my way next week. Looking forward to it so much. Oh, heck yeah.
Nice. Glad to hear it.
Yeah, get hyped. How are you, King Joker? How you doing?
How's it going? I don't know though. That bear's been working hard, dude. He's been at his desk the entire time.
Yeah, we put a big stuffed bear in the seat of
Hasn't
where
gotten up
Handy usually sits.
once. No bathroom breaks or anything.
The perfect employee. I have an i5-12400F build with a 3060 Ti. I'm planning on upgrading using 5070 or 5070 Ti. Is this a good idea, or should I plan a PC upgrade? I mean, you could upgrade the GPU, but that processor's probably going to throttle it a little bit. Even if you're playing on like 1440p, might be a bit of a stretch. I wouldn't say upgrade the PC entirely. I would say maybe do a CPU upgrade and a GPU upgrade. Look at something else. 12th gen can use a 13th gen or a 14th gen chip from Intel. So you could do like a 13600K, which would be a nice pairing with that. Or like a 14600K, 13700K. Any of those would be great. And it would still be cheaper than like a whole new PC upgrade. Because like the parts that you're working with, they're not super outdated by any means, and there's still upgradability on that tree. Should I upgrade my CPU before my GPU? Not necessarily. You're probably not going to see such immediate results when upgrading your CPU, especially if you're not upgrading anything else in the system, unless your CPU is very, if you're going from like a 4-core to an 8-core, yeah, I notice a difference, but that's a good question. If you upgrade the GPU and your CPU is insufficient, it's still going to run, like, well, it's just not going to be running at, like, the absolute max that card could be running at, because the CPU is going to be slowing down. But it's still good, it can still run, especially if you kind of got to, like, price out another upgrade down the line. Going with a GPU, rocking it for, like, 6 months until you upgrade the CPU is a really good way to go. Is it a little weird? I have a 1660 Super with a Ryzen 5 5500, and my friend has an i7-12700K and an RX 6750 XT, and mine performs as good, if not better, than my friend's. What are your thoughts? Yeah, I would say that, like, I was curious. The same, if not better, than your friend. I don't know, 1660 Super still kind of has some juice in it. Ryzen 5 5500s. Pretty good chip. 12700K is better, arguably. 6750 XT is a better card, in my opinion, as well. Yeah, well, that's interesting. I mean, it could come down to settings. It could also come down to what monitors you guys are using and other things in your system that might be, bottlenecking or whatnot. If your friend's running off a hard disk drive, I wouldn't be surprised. But, yeah. Can definitely happen. Especially depending on, like, what games you're running. Certain games are just going to run better on different hardware. Because I have a Ryzen 5 5600X and GPU's RTX 3060 trying to get better FPS. Ooh. Yeah, in that case I would go for the GPU upgrade first. Yeah, and like Ruchi said, lower settings. If you want like max FPS, I'll tell you what the esports stars do is they use good equipment, but they also turn all the graphics down to low. Because all they're after is FPS. Obviously, I kind of like a happy medium with a bit more of an emphasis on, like, better graphics than frames. But I'm not playing competitive. Playing competitive and you can aim, frames is more important. Hey guys, you guys are awesome. I was about to order one of your pre-builds off Newegg. Then I thought I'd do some research on you guys and found your website and ordered a custom one off your website instead.
Nice.
I've had it for a couple of days. This thing is amazing. Oh, awesome! Thanks so much for ordering with us, Jaybird. And I'm glad you found our website. Heck yeah. I'm glad it's treating you well. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, I run everything low. Yeah, then I would say in most cases, I think a GPU upgrade would behoove you more. And then when it comes time to upgrade, you have some upgrade options still on AM4, but at that point you might want to just jump to AM5 platform. That means new motherboard, new CPU, new RAM. You just want your games to run at max FPS your monitor can handle, and 1% low is close to that. Yep. What GPU would you recommend? From a 3060, If you're trying to get better frames, I would look at something like a 5070 Ti, or 9070 XT, something like in that range, or above, obviously. But you definitely want to go to something with a 7 in NVIDIA, since you're going from a 3060. Otherwise, it might not seem like, you know, enough of a jump. Hi, LTGIF. TGIF, John, how you doing? I get bottlenecked at ultra-wide 1440p using the card I have, hence I was thinking of upgrading the graphics card first. CPU upgrade might need PSU. I have 750 watt at the moment. Yeah, well, when you're upgrading any kind of component, you got to do some calculating and make sure that your power supply can handle it. And if for any reason you start getting shutoffs after you like do that upgrade, power supply is probably your culprit. But if you get bottlenecked at 1440p with a 3060, oh yeah, 3060 Ti is not going to do well enough with 1440p in most games. I could see that, yeah. Then, yeah, honestly, I was like, do GPU upgrade first. If you don't see much of a difference, though, it's probably because you need to do a CPU upgrade, but, I mean, the graphics card's not going to be going anywhere in the meantime. What's for dinner? Oh, man. You caught us, actually, just after lunch.
I know, dude.
We did the smart thing, and we ate before stream, so we weren't just talking about it the whole time. Yeah, we went and got burritos. I got a Cheeto burrito that had hot Cheetos in it. And Juan, what did you get?
Carne asada burrito.
Carne asada
Very
burrito.
basic.
Hi, Friday crew. Hello. What
Hello,
food
hello.
questions are we taking? I know. Pineapple on pizza. Dude, okay, actually, I will talk about pizza for a moment. Domino's has this new deal. I think in some states it's like $9.99 for a large with up to 7 toppings. And over here it's $10.99 for a large with 7 toppings. And I got it yesterday because I was like, you know what, $10.99, like, I got that. I don't feel like cooking, let's get a pizza. Yeah, 7 toppings. I added 4 different kinds of meat on it, in addition to other toppings. And I was like, oh, it's Domino's, like, their larges aren't that large. And then I got it, and I was like, okay, this is actually larger than I remember. It was a lot of pizza, I'll tell you what. I was incredibly full. I couldn't believe it, $10.99. There's no way they're making money off that deal. I kind of feel like I should go back to the store and apologize. Very good deal. Did those pizzas fall off the back of a truck? I know, right? Well, it's like you get to design like whatever 7 toppings you want on it. It's pretty crazy. I don't know how they do that. I guess they're just hoping that you will buy, you know, crazy bread or whatever it is for Domino's.
That's Little Caesars.
I know. I don't know what Domino's has. The, you know, bread. No cake today? Probably no cake today. I did eat 2 fruit roll-ups this morning, so I should stay away from sugar. But after this stream, I'll probably have a 3rd one. That's what happens when we get the giant box of fruit by the foot in the office. What's a good GPU for day trading and crypto? I don't actually know. I think actually a lot of the older ones are fine for that. I don't think it's too intensive. I could be totally wrong. I actually don't know much about crypto. All I know about day trading is that it's hard to make money off of it. Like, you know, in a career way. Thanks for the advice. With supercards around the corner, should I wait for them? I mean, if you're not in any, like, you know, all-fire rush, it never hurts to wait a little bit and see, you know, what's getting announced. Because you never know, something cool might, you know, come down the pipeline. But, I don't know. I don't know if anything that's coming out anytime recently. Soon. Okay, I've got the random would you rather generator.
Oh, already?
I've decided to. I workshopped this while we were in the drive-thru of the burrito place, where I was like, all right, anytime it gets like too quiet, nobody's asking questions, we're running out of things to talk about, I'm gonna roll a random generator. I'm just saying, I'm prepping them for this.
Okay.
We're gonna roll a random would you rather generator. And we're gonna see how that goes. Hey Zen, how you doing?
Yo, what up, Zen Havoc? How's it going?
Hey, we missed you last stream. I was like, look, Juan, you were too mean, you scared him off.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't. Juan actually worried that.
Perhaps I did.
I got the Intel box, nice!
Hell yeah,
awesome,
dude.
okay.
Glad to
It's
hear
good, it means that it's reached everyone now, nice. I've been busy, was out all day, oh, that's all good. Hopefully doing, fun things, not like, out all day trying to, like, dig a car out of mud or something. Not a good day. Would you rather eat a bag of ants or Domino's pizza for $9.99 and 7 toppings? I feel like the pizza's the obvious choice, but I'm like, why would the... Do I get anything for eating the ants? And one was so sweet, and it was all adulting things. Totally understand. Dude, sometimes adult things also just find you. Okay, out of context, that sounds bad. Sometimes adulting... Okay. Sometimes adulting things just find you. Like, I was sitting at home yesterday minding my business when, like, the freaking commercial was like, Sherwin-Williams is having a sale, 40% off on paints this weekend only, and now I'm gonna be buying more paint this weekend again for... I'm not ready for another painting job, but I'm gonna buy the paint, probably.
Do you know what colors, or are you just gonna let the spirit guide you? What?
Cordial by Sherwin-Williams.
What is that color?
It's like a... Let me pull it up for you. It's like a red with a bit of a pinkish hue.
Oh, that sounds cordial.
Yes, it's very lovely. And I'm probably gonna mix it with like a cream color and maybe a bit more of a pinkish for like a trim. Yes, this is definitely what I meant. Sherwin-Williams. I just typed in cordial and it brings back a...
Oh!
Right? Isn't this like regal AF? Yeah.
Regal.
So I'm thinking about doing something kind of like this for my bedroom.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. Although probably not with all the little texture things. Probably just like a line kind of thingy, some kind of trim. And then doing the trim and then doing the cream on half of the wall and like then the ceiling. 3/4 a wall, let's be real. But yeah, I've decided this is how I'm going about painting my house. I've stopped looking for a certain color, being like, oh, this would be nice in a blue, and trying to look for a blue. I just go and I find a color swatch that looks just, lovely. Something that like sparks imagination, and then I'm just gonna roll with it. The whole house is just colors that I was like, this is lovely. And hopefully I never have to sell it. Do you prefer Wi-Fi or cable? Ooh, Ethernet always. Unless you meant cable isn't TV, in which case cable isn't TV actually these days. I actually feel like TV has less commercials now than the internet.
Damn.
Right?
You progress.
And at least the commercials on TV are like, varied. It's not like when you're watching Hulu and they play the same commercial 3 times in a row and you're like, please, no more.
Also, I feel like the Hulu commercials are spliced wrong, where like you see the frame of the next thing and then the commercial cuts.
Yeah.
Isn't that just me, or is that just very acoustic observation?
Should I upgrade my 5700G to a 5950X, and will the 5950 XT pair well with a 9060 XT? I have to think about that. Hold on. Okay, 5700G to a 5950X. Okay, 5950X is a really good proc. Will it pair with a 9060 XT? Yeah, it'll actually probably be overkill for that. Is the thing. You can definitely go for that new CPU, but that's a hefty processor for that card.
Yeah, it might be a little too much.
Could I request a custom PC in the half 700 case? I don't know if we offer that one. Basically, it's only stuff that we have on our builder.
Yeah, we have to validate the cases.
Yeah. And it changes from time to time based on availability, too. It's a whole thing. use those kids filters when you browse interwebs. Oh, that actually sounds smart. I will allow the word but. By the way, I'm a tough guy. You couldn't scare me away. I'm from Georgia. We grow up with thick skin.
I figured, but I know.
And humidity.
Oh, God. Yeah, we got a taste of that yesterday.
It rained. I like how that's our humidity is like. It's raining.
No, I was not having it. I didn't want to leave this room because it felt horrible in every other place of this area.
It felt great for owning a lawn, though. I was like...
Not for owning a car, though.
No, not for owning a car, but just being like, wow, it's raining a lot. Like, I'm not gonna have to water again until next week. Yeah. 5950X only gonna be 8 cores when gaming. True.
Oof. Yeah, bro, I think a GPU upgrade might be more, directly substantial to, frames. Or at least more beneficial.
I love how I find sales and I'm spending a buttload of money and I think to myself, was it really worth it? I spent more on the sale than if I would have bought the one item at regular price. Yeah.
Nice, dude.
Don't you mention humidity? We have been rather dry the past 2 weeks and I love it. Oh, nice.
Oh, dry is the best.
Get one a plastic tent with AC in it.
I mean, this room is as good as it's gonna get, really.
Has Juan ever built in the half 700 Evo? I don't think so.
I don't know. I haven't.
I think we only ever had like one of the half cases, and I don't know if it ever even like made it to any kind of production. I think it was one that we did for a for like TwitchCon or something.
Yeah. No, I don't think it did.
Yeah. Okay, because I have a 4060 now, and I need more VRAM for modding. Ah, okay. If you need more VRAM, definitely up that GPU. Look at like a 7900 XTX. See what those are going for now. That's like out of the question. 6950 XT just has a ton of VRAM. They're older generations, but like, especially if you're under a budget, that's a good way to get it. We built in that case for Cooler Master for one of their shows. Oh my gosh, I've been jump scared by Jeff in the comments.
Jump scaring you.
We built in that case. Yeah, okay, I thought so. Because I know we had 2 of them that we got back from. I'm pretty sure it was TwitchCon. Maybe it was something else, because I think we sent them out. But yeah, it's a big case. 7900 XT is 800 at Best Buy. That's not bad. Yeah, the ones they sold the parts out of? Yeah, that sucks. We sent like a fully built, very nice high-end PC to a show, and then when we got them back in the mail, they had very clearly been opened, and the CPUs had been taken out of them, the GPUs, and one of them was like, they had kind of put the cooler back on the motherboard, and the other one was just like hanging. Like you could tell somebody was like, okay, I gotta get this done now. Yeah. It was kind of during that time though when everyone was trying to get GPUs for like their crypto mining and all that, so all the GPUs were expensive. It was one of those times. Let me go for an AMD Ryzen 9 9900 X3D and 9070 XT and 32GB or 64GB of RAM. Yeah, that sounds like a good combo. 9900 X3D, that's a lot of cores, very nice. But yeah, can't go wrong with that option. 3090 Ti got lots of RAM, true. Although I wonder how, has the 3090 Ti come down a lot in price? I'll have to look that up. Have either of you tried out Borderlands 4? No, I've heard it's been having performance issues. I also am just like, I've never played the other Borderlands. I played a little bit of Borderlands 3 with my sister because she is the big Borderlands fan. And when the first game came out, I was dating someone who was playing Borderlands, and we would go over to like a buddy's house, and I was kind of backseat playing, But those are like my 2 exposures to the Borderlands IP. Don't take that out of context either. Actually, at this point, I want someone to just be clipping things out of context. Just IP. Imagine. How come 2080 Supers are over 600 now? Most likely because there's not many of them being sold, and when there's not many of them being sold, whoever is selling them can set the price. It's why you'll find really old GPUs sometimes going for very high, price points. And most of the time it's just because nobody else is selling it, so they can just be like, whoop. So they can just be like, yeah, whatever I want for it. I learned this when I was working in the comic book industry. Comic book industry is the way I was making them. I was selling them. I learned this in the comics and collectibles industry, which is that it doesn't matter what somebody is selling it for. What are people buying it for? Which is why when people go on like eBay and they're like, look, this thing I have, see, $6,000. It's like, all right, let's go to sold. $400. Like, that's what it's actually worth. So, yeah. And you never know, especially with like really old hardware. This wouldn't apply to the 2060 Super, but there is some legacy hardware that will sell for a lot of money because there isn't much of it out there. There's not many people selling it, and there's some system that is the backbone to an entire company's, infrastructure that is run off of legacy hardware, and they're running out of like parts that they can, exchange out whenever one goes out. And if you want a good example of that, watch the documentary The Last Blockbuster on Netflix. Because there's like one last Blockbuster in Oregon, and the whole thing is run on legacy hardware, because they're still running Blockbuster's original like software.
Oh.
It's very cool. But yeah, one of the parts is she's like struggling trying to find like, pieces that are going out in this system. It was cool. Since I have carpet inside my house, do you think my computer that's going to be in a Fractal Design torrent case will be fine on the floor on a cart? Yeah, totally. The main thing is that if you have carpet and you put it directly down on the carpet, since carpet is kind of like, in most cases they have a leg and then they come up about an inch or two at least, and then there's an exhaust for the power supply that's in there that's usually going down. The main concern is that carpet, since it's kind of woolly and about an inch, is going to make it so that the airflow cannot go through there. Especially with a lot of, Torrent doesn't really have this, but there's a lot of cases these days where they'll have bottom intake fans too. There's not much to take in if the airflow is completely strangled by carpet underneath it. So if you're putting it directly on carpet, just put something under it that's going to smush that carpet and make sure that you've got good airflow. If that makes sense. Put it on a side table. I have mine on a side table. Side table is also a really good option. I think the PC will be on a cart with wheels. Yeah, then you'll be fine. Try a pepperoni sour cream sandwich. What? I would probably say that that's gross, but I love sour cream to a level that I don't think the world has yet come to appreciate sour cream at. You know what I mean? Like, if I was to make a taco salad, sometimes I don't even do like a dressing. I just put extra sour cream and salsa in it, and I call it good.
Yep.
I have an 8-foot IKEA computer top. No need for side table. Oh, countertop. Gotcha. Yeah. But yeah, I think that'll be fine if it's on the cart. As long as it's not, like I said, directly on the carpet. Yeah. Alright, hold on. Catching up on Twitch. We just finished the main story last night. It was pretty good. Oh, awesome. Heck yeah. I'll probably next time I go down and see my sister, I guarantee you she'll be playing it, so I'll probably get to sneak a peek. I played Borderlands 2, got Borderlands 3 for free in Epic Game Store, have not installed it yet. That's pretty common. I have a lot of games where I was like, oh yeah, I picked it up because it was on a good deal, haven't touched it yet. It gets so hot here. I have AC in my house, but I have a separate one for my room because it gets too hot with the PCs in here. Oh, yeah. Dude, my old apartment used to get pretty hot, and it was fine as long as you didn't move. But if you turned on the computer and were playing for a while, oh my gosh, it would cook you. It was kind of, in a way, it was kind of nice because it would only be a couple hours before I'd be like, okay, I gotta take a break. I'm sweating. So, got me to take a break. Is there a specific 5070 GPU I should get? I have the Archangel 4 with the B550 motherboard. I would just double check the dimensions of that case. You can take a little like measuring tape, ruler, etc. Figure out the inside dimensions of that case and just double check it with whatever 5070 you're looking at buying. Different manufacturers have different dimensions that they make those GPUs. So you just want to make sure that's going to be one that will fit in that case. Just double check that. Otherwise, it doesn't really matter the manufacturer. Kelsey, is your phone cracked? Yeah. Yeah. It is. It's okay though, it's not from dropping it. It actually 100% was my fault. I work with a lot of very expensive hardware all day. So when I get frustrated and you just want to be like, ugh, I remember that I don't own any of it. And I don't want to pay for it, so instead. So that's my bad, guys. It works though, because it's a flip, the inside's totally fine. Doesn't carpet also cause issues with static electricity shorting the PC? It can. A lot more of the modern hardware though is pretty protected against static. Like, it would have to be a fair amount of it to do any real damage, but you know, better safe than sorry. Nope, PCs inside a steel cage that will discharge static electricity. Yeah, true. And the PSU is grounded. We love that. Is there a specific 5070 GPU I should get? I have the Archangel 4 with B550 motherboard. Oh, sorry, I already answered that one. Bit. I can say Borderlands 3 was better because we had more areas to go to, but other than that, it was pretty good. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. I mean, you just never want like the sequel to be like a huge letdown. I feel like as long as it's about as good as the previous game, that's a win. We needed to get Kelsey a body pillow for punching, yeah. It was during a time where when we had first moved over to here and I was in a very tiny little corner surrounded by a lot of stuff, and it was making me very, like, the walls are closing in. It probably didn't help. 70s aren't too bad. I just replaced my buddy's GPU and he got a 5070 Ti and it was too short to use the built-in case GPU mount. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of the like SAG braces that they'll like have in cases, a lot of them end up being kind of moot because either they're like not large enough to accommodate like a really large GPU, you know, they kind of need a SAG brace, or they'll have other kind of little dimensional failings, which kind of sucks. I like that cases include them, but sometimes they're more trouble than they're worth. Go for the 5070 Ti, not a bad option. Reporting in, my build from months ago is still running, not one problem. Also needed to confirm the one the builder's stash is still strong. Haha, no disappointment. Thank you. You're welcome, Bling.
You. Appreciate it.
Glad it's still treating you right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Please don't make any more videos.
Hey, welcome back, dude.
I will tell that to
See you in a
Faith.
while.
Yeah.
I hadn't read the username until a second ago.
Yeah. Borderlands 4 brings the 5090 to its knees, capped at 40 FPS. Oof. Oof, indeed. His 5070 Ti did not need the bracket because it did not sag. Oh, nice. Yeah, honestly, I was like, the 70 series usually doesn't need it. It's the 80s and the 90s where things start getting floppy.
Floppy. Don't copy that floppy.
Where'd you get the sticker for your water bottle? These are kind of just from random things that we get into the office. So, like, the overclocked one, it was from Intel Gamer Days. Also from Intel Gamer Days. Also from Intel Gamer Days. Some from ASUS. Some from Capricorn. I don't really know what they do, but we got stickers and we got something from them. A lot of ROG, Tough Gaming behind there. XPG, more Intel, a very faded Skytech sticker. It's mostly just off of products that we buy or use or sell. and then they usually come with like a sticker, sheet, and I just go from there. But yeah. I played Borderlands 1 through 2. I didn't play any other games of the series. I think that's where a lot of people stopped. Cause yeah, I didn't hear too much about Borderlands 3, other than from my sister. My sister and I were very funny in that we play the games that the other one doesn't play, and then we'll be like, you should play this game. We're like, oh, okay, but you should play this game, and then neither of us play that game.
Good old Mexican standoff.
Literally. I used to do this thing where I try and like, okay, I'll listen to, like, I'll watch this movie or read this book, but then you have to read this book, right? And then it would, like, you have to, like...
Why does it have to be...
Because we will not, I don't know why, but, like, when one of us is like, you have to... What? Yeah. Because it's like... I don't know, when one of us wants us to do the other thing, it's just like, no.
But why does it have to be transactional?
Because otherwise, she won't do it.
But who set the precedent? Precedent.
I don't know, but our whole family. My dad would have to do the same thing, to be like, okay, we can get this for dinner, but you guys have to watch this movie with me. And then we would.
Oh, it's just a family thing?
I guess, yeah. Because, I don't know, we have a hard time. Everyone wants to be like, oh, I want to share this thing with you. But then nobody wants to, like, no one's really that interested, so then you gotta, like, bribe them. You joke, but, like, you laugh, but I go down to my dad's house to visit him. And what he basically does...
Still?
Yeah.
Still.
What, to visit him?
No, I'm saying it's like to this day you guys are still like that.
No, dude, this is what happens. I go and visit my dad, right, and he's like, oh, have you heard about this thing on Netflix? Or like, blah, 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 it's very interesting, blah. And then what he does is he sits us down, and he puts the thing on like we're all gonna watch it. 10 minutes go by, and then he's like, I'm gonna take the dog for a walk, and he leaves the house. And I was like, did you want us to just come down here so that we could watch this? Yeah. But, yeah. So, that's my whole life. Hi, sister. Hello. She'll never watch this. I could probably get her to, but I'd have to exchange something.
Oh my god. What would you have to do from her work?
I don't know. I'd probably have to watch something. I don't know. Last time I went down there, though, she did it to me. Where, yeah, I got there and she's like, have you seen K-pop Demon Hunters? Oh my god, you have to. And
oh, so now she owes you one.
No, because in exchange, because she was going to get, like, her breakfast DoorDashed, and I was like, that is a horrible waste of money. You have breakfast here. So I had to exchange her eating breakfast at home and saving money, which also benefited her. And I would watch K-pop Demon Hunters. Yeah.
You're so different.
Literally.
It really runs in the family.
It does.
When did you set the precedent? I cannot say that word to save my life.
I think it's funny whenever people talk about, like, words that are hard to say. Because I always remember my neighbor who was like, oh, yeah, like, words that are hard to say. And then he was like, atonement. And we were like, that's not a hard word to say. Atonement.
Where's the guy that got mad at me for saying Connecticut?
I mean, if you're gonna...
It's not hard to say, I just
if
like
you're
saying
spelling it, you kind of gotta say it that way.
Arkansas.
Remember when ATI Radeon was around before they got bought out by AMD? Actually, I don't remember, but I wasn't.
Bro,
I wasn't super cognizant of what was happening in the tech world.
I was 5.
Were you? Was that how many years ago it was?
I don't know, probably.
I spent my 7600X bottlenecking my RX 7900X TX. Could be, but if you're running it at a really high resolution, you're probably not getting much of a bottleneck. Are you running it at like 1440p or like 4K? If you're running it at 1080p, it's definitely bottlenecking.
Did you hear the rapper?
Just maybe not that much.
Who? Yeah, I'm old now. I feel old because I have no idea who that rapper is.
1440p. Yeah, honestly, I don't think it's really bottlenecking it to any extreme point. You know what I mean? If you went for like a higher CPU with that, you might see a marginal increase, but it's probably not bottlenecking it as much as you might think. I just want to see if you would do it no matter what I said.
I'm not even loud.
I had to endure that movie twice. I watched K-pop Demon Hunters twice. It's just okay. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, she was really into it, and I was like, yeah, this is good, but, like, it's not something I would make my whole personality. And I say that as someone who's watched a movie before and been like, yeah, this is it, guys.
This is
This is all I'm going to talk about for 2 weeks. Yeah. I had a Radeon 9800 Pro. Ooh, wow. AGP 8X was the thing back in the day. And my 16 gigabytes of RAM, that was the best you could really do cost-wise back then. Oh, yeah, I bet. I pulled some pretty old PCs apart. But, I mean, we're talking DDR3, like, not going back too far.
Wait, TI? Like TIP? Like, you could have whatever you like. Like that TI? Or am I, like, old as hell and, like... the king of the south?
I think I overspent on my storage of all things. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you can, but you're always going to use it. You know what I mean? It's not like it's going to go to waste.
TI-82. I don't think it's that Texas Instruments, bro.
Texas Instruments.
They make the best calculators and the best missiles.
Man, I remember learning how to, like, put words on that and then just spending the whole class writing, like, song lyrics. Or, like, I would write out, like, basically, like, a paragraph, and then I would, like, scoot it over to my friend across the way, and then they would read it, and they would delete it, and then write their response. OG text messaging.
Oh,
I got some money back because I'm selling my Razer AIO since I get to test Montek's new AIO for free and keep it. Oh, heck yeah. Montek makes good stuff.
Nice.
Got caught with a gun on probation. Oof. Yeah, that'll do it.
Big guy.
But was it TI? Which TI? The Texas Instruments? The graphing calculator is going to jail for unlawful ownership of firearms. Damn. Wild. Lord of the Rings, I'm gonna be an elf for the next 30 years. Literally. I don't know, I had an ex who got smog tattooed on the back shoulder.
Smog?
Smog. As in, like, the desolation of Smog. The dragon. And I was like, that is commitment.
Not the byproduct of cars.
Who would get that tattooed on their shoulder?
I don't know.
Someone from the IE, if anything, but yeah.
Or LA.
No, LA is not as bad as the IE. We get all of LA's smog.
Well, it was bad in the early 90s.
That is true. I do remember, like, you know, going with my family to LA, and it was like approaching a big cloud. Though I also experienced the same thing going through the Grapevine and down into the Central Valley, where I was like, I was entering a smog cloud. So, that's weather for you.
You got
smog.
smoke tattoo.
And my Intel Core 2 quad was the shit. Heck yeah. 2 quad. Also on the PC setup side, would either of you know a good set of gas mounts for monitors? I need to find something better than my current monitor setup. Oh, and what are your thoughts on NVIDIA $5 billion buy-in on Intel? Oh, I don't know. That's like a little bit too business-minded for me. So I think it'll be interesting. I don't know too much about it, and I mean, other than just like kind of what I've read, I do wonder whether or not like Intel's going to continue with the ARC cards and all that. But I really can't speak to it, especially because I think if I did know, I actually couldn't speak to it. Okay, but monitors. I don't know. This is like my lame confession, but I don't really mount my monitors. I kind of just
Lame.
I know. It's not bad. He can carry whatever he likes. That was a good song. His son is going, not him. Oh, okay.
Ah, okay.
Video and Intel are teaming up. Yeah. I think I saw something about that. I do know that this is beneficial for NVIDIA, so the infrastructure can help them out on the GPU side. Yeah. NVIDIA might make their consumer and laptop GPU at Intel, free up production like at TSMC for server chips. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I heard NVIDIA is making CPUs, but they aren't for consumers. Well, I mean, they make graphics cards, and every graphics card has a processor in it. So yes and no. I think most of NVIDIA's stuff is for like AI development. So yeah, probably not consumer grade. Or how good is the Intel Arc A770? It's 16 gigabytes. Honestly, like for its price point, it's pretty good. It's definitely worth cross shopping with other things in your budget. But it's a pretty impressive little card, and like the longer that it's supported, the better they get. It can be maybe not the best choice if you're working with, or if your primary thing that you play is very old games, but for newer stuff, it's fantastic, especially price to performance. I bet you guys have a massive recycling bin and small one for trash with all the boxes you have to open.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. Recycling indeed. Alright, we have a moment of silence. That means we have to do a would you rather generator. What? Okay. Would you rather live in an RV or live on a sailboat?
Sailboat.
Really? To the seas with him, he says.
To the seas.
You guys love dumpster diving? No. You probably wouldn't want to.
Yeah, we don't throw away anything interesting.
Sailboat all the way. Sailboat would be pretty cool. I don't know though. Like, because in my mind I'm thinking like houseboat, and like a sailboat is not a houseboat. Also, I get motion sick, which I probably wouldn't after a while. But then if I got used to it, then I'd probably be at that level where when you walk on land, you're like, whoa, Jack Sparrow status.
You get land sick?
Yeah, actually. I would maybe get a 5070 Ti or 9070 XT. Both excellent choices. Is the RV in space? Huh. If the RV's in space, I definitely don't want the RV.
Well, yeah, that changes things.
Can pick up and move whenever and really not worry about fuel most of the time. True. Sup? What's up, pilot? How you doing? Some sailboats are pretty big. That's true. Thinking Spaceballs RV. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah. Any options on the Intel and NVIDIA news? Nah, I'm kind of where you guys are at right now. I only know as much as y'all.
So what
Sailboat
if
if it's a yacht? Yeah, I mean if it's a yacht. But I mean if we're talking similarly priced RV versus similarly priced sailboat, I'm boring. I picked the RV, but that's because like catch me at every national park. There's some cool RV parks out there too, man. Like just living in basically a campsite all the time. Not mad about it. Would do. I'm actually trying to like convince my dad now that we have a place to park it at my old house. I was like to go halvesies on me on like a trailer. I had a trailer, man. Oh my gosh, the amount of camping I could do. Insane. But yeah, I guess I'm weird. I like a pool trailer more than I like an RV. But if she gets an RV, then she can come visit. I would, too. That's the other thing. I love driving. Not like in my commute. Although, for someone with my commute, I think I do pretty well. I love driving. I've been cross-country twice. And I would do it again in a heartbeat. I want to go see every state. Intimately. And, yeah. Be awesome. Then I gotta go all the way up to Canada and check out all of Canada's national parks. May the shorts be with you. Yeah. I was like, everyone's thinking Spaceballs. We have some good spots here. I've never been cross-country dive. I want to, though, someday. It's pretty cool. Again, like, I'm someone who likes to drive, so, you know, take with a grain of salt. Because there is a lot of nothing out there in between those drives. It's really wild to see how the country just kind of unfolds in front of you. Like, a good example of this is going through Colorado and the Rockies, and you're like, how is this state next to Kansas? It does not make any sense. Then you get to Denver, and you go, oh. I see, because it just is like, nothing. Not nothing, but flat. Yeah. Some cool stuff. I will hopefully be doing some camping in Texas next year. I want to go to some of the places that my fiance grew up going to.
Ooh.
So that'll be fun. You can park in my driveway if you come to New Jersey. Dope.
Nice.
I'll hold you to that. It just like just shows up. My uncle is owner-operator truck driver, and he knows about every mile marker and can pretty much get you anywhere without a GPS. Nice. He's been driving for over 40 years, has over 2 million miles on his rig.
Wow.
Man, in another life, I actually think I would have enjoyed the heck out of that. That's wild. Honestly, though, when you're going, like, cross-country, you can pretty much do it without a map, unless you got, like, very specific places you gotta hit. Once you're in town, you gotta find your hotel. That's different, but you kind of just follow signs where it's like, this one to Las Vegas, and you're like, okay, Las Vegas is in the general direction that I'm, yeah, okay. That'll take me west, yeah. This way, to, you know, Nashville, and you're like, alright, yeah, that's kind of the direction I need to be going. And there'll be another sign that'll be like, oh, this way, to Birmingham, and you're like, okay, yeah, now we're going south, yeah. With a sailboat, you have the implication, yeah. Always sunny.
Oh, that reminds. You've seen that?
Mm-hmm.
When you were talking earlier, you've seen that episode when they moved to the suburbs?
I think so.
And when Dennis is driving? Hold on, I need to show you.
$2 million miles. Does the truck maker give him a new truck? What you think? Sadly, he's not allowed in California anymore because he has an oldest truck and emission scrap like diesel's cleaner than gasoline any day. Oh, yeah. Interesting, though, that you can get, like, other gigs going, you know, not to here. And I say that because we live in the very specific portion of California that houses everything. Warehouse town. I told him to ask Kenworth about that. That's the make of it, yeah. Build a PC in every state, have parts filed by helicopter, and complete PCX filed by helicopter. That sounds expensive.
I love the episode when they moved to the suburbs. immediately gets out of the car. So
That's
just...
so true. So true. Comes to California, always drives up to Washington State with Proteus and brings back apples and such. Oh, Washington's cool, yeah. I should go on a ride with him someday and get out of California to come see you guys. Free ride. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I was like, if you could drop me off in Oregon, I was like, it's only 13 hours down here.
Yeah, bro, and don't lose that gift card. If you ever come west of the Mississippi,
We're
that
quite
could
far
be-
west.
well, yeah, okay. I suppose to the west coast, that can feed you for quite some time.
There's some cool places out here too, like off of the like typical tourist track too, that are like way cool.
Yeah,
Even-
dude, we'll show you the real.
Yeah. Just take him to the Galleria at Tyler. Just feel this is the real California. Just a mall in Riverside. A joke. But there's some cool stuff, especially if you like nature.
Sure, you can watch some trees, I guess.
I like watching trees. Yo guys, I got the 7900 XTX. It's really amazing. Awesome! Heck yeah!
Nice.
That is a really good card. And I was like, still be relevant for a long time too. I won't lose it. Like I said, I've been to the Bay Area and West Bay in California. Oh, that's Northern California. They got a lot more trees up there. You need to come here to the desert. It's a different world. More traffic. No, actually, I don't know. I think there's more traffic in the Bay.
There's different traffic.
But yeah. Any plans for the weekend with you two? We're gonna
Going
go
go-karting.
go-kart. Hell yeah.
Probably some mini golf, and who knows what else.
Yeah.
Dennis screaming. Yeah, dude.
We were like just having that conversation earlier.
Literally,
About
that's
how
what
it's
I was
like-
just thinking.
Yeah, you hate when you have like the Karen neighbor who's like, slow down in the neighborhood, but then like she'll be like, dang, they're really going fast through the neighborhood. It's funny. How to deal with that one family member who talks all the time. Is RTX 5090 OC with Ryzen 3 3600 a good combo? No.
No.
Mostly just because that GPU is an absolute beast, and that is a
3600
nice
old.
middle of the road kind of CPU. A better CPU will help you get the full power out of that 5090. Otherwise, it's going to be bottlenecked. I don't know why I thought you were like plugging it in. That's why I was like, oh.
What?
Like I needed to like stop for a minute and be like, oh yes. He's close. Yeah. Sounds like putting a V12 engine in a Civic, yeah. Although I feel like people do that to Civics. I feel like that's a probably unheard of. I was woken up in the middle of the night 2 days ago by what I'm pretty sure was drag racing on like the main road by me.
Ah.
It was such a loud like that I was like I thought it was coming through my neighborhood.
You do have some wide roads.
But then I was thinking, I was like, it couldn't be through my neighborhood. You can't get to that high of an RPM in this neighborhood without like, exploding. But yeah. Loud.
done. It is finished. It is complete.
Gorgeous, gorgeous. Love it.
I don't know why I flipped it up. There's nothing up here. Put glass.
Alright, this PC is done. It is going to go and get Windows put on it. All the drivers that you need, so out of the box, it is ready to go. You can just set up your profile, download your game launchers, and you'll be good to go. We are also going to stress test this bad boy, make sure these components work and work in the load, and when it passes all that, it'll be headed to you. So watch out for a fate, and thank you so much for ordering with us. Lovely PC.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, thank you.
Look at that yummy RGB, yeah. Yay, looking forward to it. Heck yeah.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, I'll be coming at you soon. Very nice PC. Alright.
Who up next?
Let me queue up the next one. Do you want to do the other Vision or the Prism? Let's do the Prism. Let's break it up.
Alright.
Oh, welcome in, Web.
Hey.
This is your build.
Not yet.
What will be your build? Yeah. Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. Oh, okay. Suddenly a lot of comments. Okay, what can I try? Use Windows 7 with that PC or Windows XP? Ah, okay. So we're not asking actual questions. Gotcha. Freaking bling. Hey, it's me. Hello, you. Third PC with you guys? First custom one. Oh, wow! Well, I am absolutely flattered and honored. Thanks again for coming back to Skytech. We really appreciate that. We're gonna make this one real special for you. Third Skytech PC, first custom for this one.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Got here. Very nice.
Happy Friday, hope you guys are well. Oh, thank you so much. Happy Friday, Ginger Ale. How you doing? Oh, Sweet Juicy, welcome in.
Yo, welcome.
Question, my back pay, has anybody had any problems with the 50 series cards, or should I wait until next year for the 60s cards? 50 series has been fine. I think there was like that initial kind of stuff, but it seems to have all been worked out because I haven't heard like another report of that since launch. So I think 50 series is fine. And we don't really know when 60 series will be. The oven exploded in school today. Dang. Ambulance was outside, firefighter, boy through the... Oh man, wow. Dang, that sounds wild. Oof, alright. Second build. Second build of the day. Second of 3. Here we go. I feel like we need another, 60 series around late 26 or early 27, but it's hard to get one for the first 3 to 6 months. Yeah, that's the other thing too, is anytime that you wait for like a new release, you never know if scalpers are going to get in the way of that, how that's going to be. What's the difference between the original board I got and the Tomahawk? That's a good question. What was the I'm assuming you probably got one that we were maybe like out of stock at, or it doesn't fit or something. Well, I can't speak to that because I don't know exactly what motherboard you got originally, but the Tomahawk's a really good motherboard. The X870s are what you're gonna want for any of these sorts of like processors, because it's gonna be the best. Is on there.
It's crossed out. I can't.
Oh, boo! Dang it, otherwise I could kind of...
Yeah, I can't see what they got. Let me see.
But Tomahawk's good. It's actually what I use in most of my testing.
Got the MSI. It's like super crossed up.
It's all good. Some kind of an MSI. Strix X870A.
Hey.
We must have just been out of stock.
Yeah, we're probably just out of stock, bro. No, the reason why we replace it.
Honestly, I was like, most things in the X870 range are pretty similar. It's just a difference of aesthetic, maybe a couple features here and there. But they all have basically the same stuff that they come with.
That burrito kicking, ain't it?
Yeah, you good?
I'm sleepy.
Yeah, I feel that. I don't know, I've been going on this walk with like my neighbors, and
yeah?
It was like one of the cloudy days, like before it started doing all the raining. We were walking, and I was just like, I'm sleepy, guys. Like, I don't know what's happening. I'm walking around and just being like, yeah, I could go sleep now. Bro, I'll tell you though, I went, like, because it was all, gray and gloomy yesterday, I went up to the guest room that I just painted, and I was like, I just want to lay here in the dark for a while. And, like, because the walls are all dark, it was so cozy, like, to just lay there in the dark. I was like, oh man, I bet you if I went to sleep, I would be out. You know what I mean?
Did you go to sleep?
No, I was just sitting there to, like, to just get kind of relaxed, and it's nice. It made me be like, dang it, I wish I lived in this room.
Move in.
Say bye to my fiance, I'm moving into the
But you still live in the same house.
I know, but like, yeah. But yeah, now I'm a big proponent of like, paint rooms darker colors, because it's cozy. Alright, I feel like it's time for another Would You Rather generator. Ooh, okay. Would you rather be punished for a crime you didn't commit, or have a friend punished for a crime you committed?
I'm sorry, bro. You're gonna have to take the hit on the speeding ticket.
I would simply not do crime, but, I don't know. I think if I was punished for a crime that I didn't do, I would kind of go insane. Like, I would be very...
Oh, yeah, bro.
I'm
somebody
very
like you?
justice-minded, so I would just be like, yeah, oof. But have a friend punished for a crime you commit, I don't think I'd be able to live with myself.
It's alright, take your time.
That's hard. Man, I wanted another sailboat VRV. This is deep.
There's a whole,
A friend. Oh, yeah. I can always make new friends.
For real, dude.
Oh my god.
In theory, there's an infinite amount of friends out there.
Ooh, that is tough.
I like how it only took me 2 seconds to answer, and you're only having a whole moral.
Yeah. I don't know if I. Either way, I'm in hell. Like. Like, okay, here's a real life example of this. One time, my mom had gotten this chair from like our grandmother. Like, she was getting rid of stuff, so she brought this chair into the house. Right, it had fabric on it, and I had cut a little bit into the fabric on accident. Nobody noticed it though, right? The next weekend, my sister had a party that she was not supposed to have at the house. So when my mom came back and she saw the rip on the chair, she was like, this is from your party that I'm already punishing you for. And she made my sister pay for the chair. Which was messed up to begin with, because my mom didn't pay anything for the chair.
That is messed up.
Right, yeah. I think my mom actually just wanted money. But, I digress. That, like, killed me. Like, knowing that I was actually the reason for that.
So what'd you do?
I kept that secret until now.
Wow. Okay, so I guess we know what your answer is.
I guess it's the friend. Dang. Oof.
Miss Goody
I would not feel good about it.
But you still do it.
I mean, I did it because I was afraid of my mom. And I was pretty mad at my sister for throwing the party because my parakeet also died that weekend, and I just feel like the two things are related.
Damn.
Because there was a little bit of smoking happening, and birds are very sensitive to that. And he was in the living room, so I'm just like...
Damn. Hot box to death.
Yeah. Anyways, nobody tell my sister.
What's her name again?
Loretta. No, I'm joking. I was like, you are not gonna find her.
Fuck,
Make it up to her buying a new chair.
What did she do with the money?
My mom?
Yeah.
No, spent
She
it. My
just
mom
kept
was
it.
bad with money. Here's the ultimate challenge. Can one build in the Shark X case? I do always wonder how hard it is to build in that case.
What does it look like?
A Shark. It's the Shark PC. You ever seen it?
No, can you pull it up?
Yeah, they had it at like CES this one year. Shark XL case. Oh my gosh, PC. Too many things named Shark.
Oh, that's interesting.
Here it is IRL. It's big, like bigger than.
Yeah.
Here's an underbelly shot of it.
Oh, it's like those,
I love how they're like, and your hard disk drive.
Yes. Just there.
Yeah. Oh, what? That's a case mod someone did. That's cool. We should do something like that. Dang.
That's fun.
But like not a Shark, yeah.
It's like a spin on those like cooler cases that were a thing for a while.
Totally.
It's like
Make it up there buying a new chair. Yeah, I probably should. But yeah. Alright, that one was that one was too dark. New one. Oh, okay, this is actually good. Would you rather date someone who always talks during movies or wears too much fragrance?
oh damn. Too much fragrance. My nose will get used to it.
I can't do it. I'm way too sensitive to smells. Like,
Oh yeah?
unless it was the same one every like single time, and then I kind of just got used to like that's the smell of so and so.
No, I can't. I can't overlook the embarrassment of fucking someone talking next to me.
I can because I only ever watch movies at home,
I don't.
so it would just be my my punishment. The wears too much of a fragrance thing reminds me of like, you know when Axe body spray was really huge.
Oh god, in middle school? In middle school locker room?
Folks who thought it was like a replacement for a shower. Ooh.
The ladies can't resist you.
Yeah. Kelsey, how often do I need to bathe a cat? Once a year? I don't know, it depends on the cat. How dirty is he?
Depends on the cat.
I don't know, man. One morning, the cat was like, meow at the morning. I was like, hello, cat. What is on your foot? And, like, I guess he must have, when he was using the litter box, like, peed on his own foot.
Oh.
And then stepped in the litter. So the litter just fused to his foot. And I was like, okay. Into the shower you go.
Oh, I'm sure he was real happy.
Yeah. It's been 2 months. She's still pretty clean. Oh, that's good. Yeah, cats don't have to be cleaned very often, as long as they're, like, you know, grooming themselves pretty regularly, but at least every 6 months. I'd be single forever then. You should have a bring your pet to work day. Oh man, that would be insane. Because I'd bring the bird.
Something get eaten.
You know what's funny about my bird is that when I was doing like online classes, he would just be like on my shoulder, you know, which is usually where he's at when I'm hanging out at home. And so people would be like, oh yeah, all got our like webcams on and all that, and someone would just be lecturing and they'd be like, is that a bird? Like, yes. He's taking classes too. Like, he's gonna be here for this. Kept my sister's cat and he gets litter everywhere. Yeah, I've yet to find like a solution to litter appearing everywhere in the house. Tracked in on those little rabbit feet. I got a tall bin for her litter box, yeah. Yeah, we have one where like he has to like basically jump in through a hole to get into it. In the hopes of keeping litter in, but he'll still track it. It's wild. And I know because I'll find it on my computer desk. And I'm like, why? First off, when were you here on my computer desk? And also, why? Look at that wood. It's nice. Any real difference with temps with the one exhaust fan out back versus the two fans on the Vision case you just built?
This has better temps than the Vision, actually.
Yeah, actually this one does have better airflow than the Vision, mainly because it has top exhaust. That surprisingly helps a ton. Oh, cool. Yeah. It's actually a very good airflow case. Hello, Tuies. How are you doing?
Yep.
Classy case, indeed, yeah. Try shifting litter box or sawdust litter? Yeah, that's a good idea. I was like, yeah, it's probably just the type of litter that we're using at that point. Yeah, sawdust litter. Yeah, I'll look into it. Thanks for the advice. Cause yeah, he's we had to go with the one that he had to climb into because he would every so often pee off of the edge of his. Which was really bad because when we lived in the apartment, his litter box was in a closet, so there's carpet underneath.
Ew.
So he'd pee there, and then some litter would get kicked out, and it would like fuse to the carpet, and that's why you have a security deposit.
Just teach him to use the toilet.
Honestly.
That'd be hilarious. You just hear flushing and like the cat coming out of that.
I debated the two cases for an hour. Yeah, it's like most of the time it just comes down to like aesthetics.
The Vision is pretty too.
Yeah, there's nothing on the custom builder that has bad airflow.
Yeah, nothing is
because it's got to go through me, and I hate bad airflow. Which is why companies don't like me, because I'm like, no, this does not pass. You shall not pass. Snowy is the only way to go for a litter box. Got my fourth cat and finally went with an automated litter box, and it's amazing. Only change the litter bag once a week and zero smell. Nice. Ooh, I should look into that. I've looked at some of the automatic ones, and I know like there's been like, you know, some people say that they're like dangerous and all that, but I do wonder if that might be the solution. Because the main problem I have with it, I love having a cat. I adore my cat, but yeah, like unless I'm cleaning that litter box daily, you can smell the litter box upstairs, and it's no bueno. Especially because it's in the laundry room, which is right now next to my guest room, so if I was ever have a guest, it's like, have fun smelling cat pee, bye. Hey Skytech, is it normal that some of your computers go to 10K Canadian dollars on Amazon.ca? I saw some of your computers and had some decent specs, but for some reason these specs really made it up to be actually worth 10K Canadian, despite the price. Is it you or Amazon that set these prices? It depends on who the seller is. Sometimes you'll have people on Amazon selling our PCs under their own, like it's a private seller who is selling a Skytech PC, like somebody bought one and they're reselling it. But if it is sold by Skytech, I believe we make the prices. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. But just double check before you order any like PC off of Amazon that you're getting it through Skytech Gaming, or like someone legit, not like Dr. Nasty 110 on Amazon. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like a username. Dr. Nasty is what you came up with?
Yeah, this is crazy.
I think it's because, like, what was it? One time I got, like, one of those, like, obviously, like, phishing texts that's like, oh, something's wrong with your bank. Go to this link. And the link, I kid you not, was, like, Taint Pepper tiny URL. And I was like, okay, this is clearly my bank, yes. So that's what I always think of when I think of, like, random usernames from scammers. Amazon jacks up prices. My first Skytech was through Amazon. Didn't come with a certain piece that controlled fan speed. I had to get customer service on Skytech, and they were awesome. Sent me whatever piece I needed to allow the fan speed to not going 100% full time. Second PC, and this one I learned to buy through Skytech directly. Yeah, buying through us directly is obviously the best way, but our friends north of the border, I think, only can buy through Amazon. So I can see that being tough. Skytechologia gambling. Something smells yummy. It's probably like glue or paint, but like my brain is like, oh man, that's something I gotta do. We have this like old cabinet that has followed us since the beginning of our like me and my fiance's relationship, from everywhere that we have lived. And it's incredibly heavy, and it's a pain in the butt. But we got movers, so the movers brought it upstairs. I want to repaint it so it'll work in this room with cordial, right? But I was looking at it, and I was like, man, what do you want to bet that the paint on this is lead? And I was like, I can't get it downstairs again. And I can't strip lead paint in the bedroom. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Oof. So I gotta figure out if it's lead paint or not. And I'm not gonna lick it to find out. If it's tasty, then you know.
Uh-oh.
Canada has a few extra options, otherwise it is Amazon. And then comes the cost for customs and all that fun crap. Oh, yeah.
I think it is paint.
Yeah, it smells like paint. Oh man. I do not have time for another painting excursion, but boy do I really want to buy that paint at Sherwin-Williams this weekend. There are paint strippers you spray on, let it sit, and the paint melts off in a couple of hours. Okay. Because, yeah, I figure I'm going to strip the paint, sand it down a bit, get it, it's pretty rough, but, and then paint it, do some kind of faux finishing on it, make it look better. Would you rather be broke and famous or win the lottery and have no friends? Lottery, no friends.
Yeah, lottery, no friends.
My best friend will be my swimming pool in my personal mountain with a stone fireplace. Also, being famous what broke sounds like the worst of every kind
that's
of world.
a nightmare. Why would
Yeah,
I
I was
want...
like, being famous sucks, but then like also not being
Everyone
rich for
knows
it.
you.
Oof. You know what that is? It's like when you become a famous meme. That must be what it's like.
Right?
You got no money, but like everyone knows you.
Like TikTok
Gersh
stars.
sperms, yeah. Mm-hmm. Flamethrowers work great against paint. Yeah. I don't need friends. I got family. Oh,
True.
that's true. That's a good workaround. What if it's like, but the second that a family member becomes like a friend to you, then it's like poof, they're gone.
Or like Final Destination
Like you could
style?
never have a friend. If you ever get closer than acquaintances, it's just like. Poof. That would be a really interesting concept. Science fiction movie. I guess it would be like fantasy, but yeah. Who needs friends when you have money? Friends drain the money, yeah. I think I'd be pretty happy in like a really, like, living in like a dream home, yeah. I don't have money for the RV. Go to all the national parks. Catch me at the Grand Tetons, y'all. Yeah. Sharing it on social media, getting no likes, not caring. Okay, I'll pull another one. Can please move my build to last. Need to drop and get back in 30 minutes or so. Excited to view the build. Oh yeah, no worries. You actually are our last build.
You are last, do not worry.
And especially if you're going to be back in like 30 minutes, that'll be perfect. You'll
About an
have
hour.
plenty of time. Yeah, I was like...
JK.
Yeah, yours is probably in about an hour, maybe 45 minutes, so yeah.
Probably.
So yeah, no worries on that. We got you. I would be like Kelsey, a cabin in the mountains, and I would have enough money for good internet out there. Yeah. Yay, thanks. You're very welcome. Do you like horses? It's so funny because I was about to be like, and I would have horses.
Oh man.
Yes, I do like horses.
Hey, what's up?
I used to have a horse actually. For a time. Which submodel of 5090 is that one? Was that the... Yeah, Ventus 3X. The OC. The Orange County edition. Oh, horse packing? Is this like backpacking on horseback? Oh man, I've always wanted to do that actually. Ironically though, like, the thing that made me be like, dude, I really want to do that was watching The Last of Us Season 2 when they, like, first head on the horse. I was like, man, I want to do this. So I was like, apocalypse aside, I was like, actually, I love the idea of just being like, I'm going from Wyoming to Washington on horseback pack, like, all the cool places you would stop, beautiful nature. Yeah. Dang. And you get 2 college credits, wow. Oh my gosh, this one starts in Boulder and ends in Wyoming. Wow. That's pretty crazy. That would be really cool. Because the older I get, the less patience I have for the general public. Yeah, that is the kind of thing that happens. 3 weeks. You want a break from the world? I did it. It was incredible, and honestly, the experience is something I couldn't explain anywhere. I started in Wyoming and traveled the Tetons and Rockies and back. Oh, they changed it some, yeah. That does sound incredible. I don't know, even a while back, I was like, you know what? I want to do the Pacific Crest Trail one day. I don't think I should. At least on foot, but yeah. I'd like to get more into backpacking, but I like the idea of, like, horse backpacking because it's less walking. But, yeah, that would be really cool. I used to do trail riding back in the day, but I mean, that's like, you know, you go on a hiking trail basically and then come back to camp. It does wonders for the resume as well. It teaches you leadership skills and leave no trace ethics and a few other things, and it is graded, but it was like a vacation. Man, that does sound good. If you're afraid of heights, it makes you Oh, I'm sure some of those trails. I'm not that afraid of heights, though. I used to actually love heights, and then it was just like one day I was on the catwalks in a theater about 100 feet up in the air at this one place, and I was like, maybe I'm not so hot on these, but for the most part, I'm cool with heights. Yeah, not a bad option for like, I need to get away from it all, and I need to do something that's gonna help me reflect and connect with nature. Dang. Thanks, Carnage. That's actually really dope. You know what I've kind of been obsessed with though, like in the horse world? I always figured if I ever got like another horse again, which I don't think I will. They're a lot of money. They're hard to keep up with. It's a big commitment. I'm kind of obsessed with mules though. I love them and their big ears. When I did it, parts of the mountain, we were 2 days from rescue via helicopter. Ooh, crazy. That's how you know that you're really out in nature. One of those stables that houses the horses all year and it charges a flat fee for all expenses. Yeah. Yeah, if I ever had the money for it. I live in a pretty horsey town, so there's definitely options. My friend had one. It was like $700 a month, $900 a month for this place to house the horse. Yeah, because it's also like feed and mucking and all that. Yeah, yeah, it's a lot of money. What's up, Chilicon One? How you doing?
Yo, what up, dude?
That bill's covered in food and everything else, and with her being in high school, she couldn't make it. They would ride the horse with permission, so give it equal attention. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, we used to do this thing, or like there used to be this thing out here where we like leased our horse at one point, which was basically like somebody pays you a bit of money, and then 3 days out of a week, 3 days out of a week, they could, you know, take the horse out, ride the horse basically. So they could basically have a horse for much less of the money of like, you know, upkeeping and owning one, and then you got a little, you know, money to help pay for that.
Like Turo for horses.
Yeah, but it was like a long-term kind of thing. Like you knew the person. Working and baking, it's hot. I don't know about. Is it hot down in Texas? We've like finally achieved coolness for a bit.
Hey.
The place had hours of operations when you could ride, so it was close to feeling like that. Is a builder named Juan? I think I went to high school with him.
Where at, bro?
It's up in Texas, too. Do they ever turn the oven off? Yeah, it's always hot out there. So you lease the horse. What happens if you can't pay your horse?
Does it get repoed?
Get a block on him. They just don't get to do it anymore. I'll be right back. Need to install a water filter, adult things, totally. And the horse sends the Mustangs after you to collect. was that wood trim? Yeah.
Classy.
And this one's pretty nice. They don't actually use like, you know, just like the fake wood. It's like actual wood.
Is it?
Yeah. That's like one of the things that they advertise with this one.
Fancy.
Or at least, you know, it's not the little laminate over something, you know?
Cardboard.
Yeah. Repo the horse, or you can put a leg locker so you can't roam around.
Like a boot.
Yeah, you gotta pay the ticket before they take the horse out of the boot. Oh, that'd be mean. It's a nice dark wood too. Dang, it's nice. Yeah, it is nice. It's pretty nice. Looks like the dopest experience on that trip. Besides all the views and nature's beauty, I went in like July. I had a pack horse that was a Mustang. He actually threw a shoe the last 4 days of the trip and powered through it. We lightened his load with the other horses, but he wouldn't give up. Oh, nice. There's a horrible movie to where you lease your body organs until you pay it off. If not, you had people repo the organs. Oh, yeah, repo the genetic opera? I think. Is that great? Made me love Mustangs more than even before. Oh, nice. Yeah, even this is the idea of shoeing a Mustang sounds wild. Not the opera, this is an actual movie as well. Ah, okay, I gotcha. It's an older movie, but I followed a guy who went around, took organs back. Oh, wild. Okay, we have a moment. Time to generate another one. Would you rather have lips made of teeth or teeth made of lips?
I had to think about that one.
Okay, I feel like I would rather have teeth made of lips because teeth can hurt. Imagine having teeth on the outside of your face and then like one's got like a little bit of a cavity and it's like the wind hits you. Oof.
Oh, I know, right? Yeah, second that, actually. That's a good point.
Me and my soup life from then on out, yeah. That shark eggs case so bad, but so expensive, yeah. Also probably takes up a ton of room. Jude Law movie, Repo Man 2010. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I think I've heard of that one. Now I'm thinking it's kind of wild that I jumped straight to the genetic opera. LOL, wind and cavity, tactical thinking, preparedness. Yeah, I'm just, like, I've had tooth pain before, and there's no kind of pain like tooth pain. I don't want any more of those things than I need to have. Can the next PC contest involve Marble Run? I mean, we could bring Marble Run back, but, I don't know. I feel like Marble Run's a little too easy for the bots to get in on. I love hearing a Doom game being played, and not by me. My 10-year-old is kicking ass in Dark Ages. Oh, heck yeah!
Nice.
The next generation. Do you use the little adjustable stands, GPU brace support, that sit under the GPU to prevent sag? I use them since it's like $5, but I'm curious if you've ever seen a GPU or motherboard get damaged by GPU sag. I've never seen the GPU itself get damaged by sag. If anything, it's usually the motherboard. The thing you have to worry about is mostly if the case is going to just, like, if it's just sitting and it's not moving anywhere or doing anything, you usually don't have to worry about it other than just it doesn't look that good if it's sagging. The main thing that like you always have to worry about is transporting it anyway. So that GPU is sagging, it's probably one of those things where any kind of force is going to make it move, and it can tear that PCIe slot right out. I've seen that happen before. It's one of the reasons why we are, we cut custom foam to put under the GPU to make sure that it doesn't move at all during shipping. Because yeah, when that's not there, sometimes it can just rip it out. I don't know if I've ever seen like damage to the GPU itself though. Beat the bots, nice. Yeah, you were the last one to beat the bots. Yeah, the packaging is always excellent, yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, it behooves us for it to get, I've used behoove twice, I don't know why. To make sure that the PC gets to you in one piece, yeah. Because if it doesn't, it costs us as well, so. Does the wood trim on the case run across the top too? I think it's only on that one side.
It's only that
yeah.
front panel, yeah. $1,000 GPU brace to support my $1,000 GPU. Good insurance, yeah. True, true. But yeah, if the case has like a sag brace kind of built into it, which some of them do, we'll use it if we can. There's some cases though where like the sag brace is there, but like it doesn't allow you to move it low enough to accommodate a 4080 or 5090. And those are always so annoying because it's like that's the GPU you would want to support like. Right, the big ones.
Yeah. But what do I know? I'm not an engineer. Can't wait for my buddy to get his rig. Heck yeah. Games are always better together. What's a good wall mount PC case? Ooh. That's not really something I've like messed around with, mainly because, well, I don't know, I guess we just need to sell PCs that kind of can go anywhere. Yeah.
I mean, oldie but goodie. The Thermaltake P1, P3, P5 if you need the room. They've been out for like damn near a decade at this point, but they're still relevant.
This would be interesting where to put the sag brace bottom part. I've never had fans on the bottom of a build. Yeah, that can be kind of like confusing if you got the kind that like telescope up. But there's usually a part of the fan, like maybe right here where these two meet, that's relatively flat that you could use. Although that might be too far back. There's one more forward as well. But yeah, it can be a bit trickier with bottom fans, that's for sure. Okay, I'm setting up my nebula, but I don't know where all the cords go. Oh yeah, no worries. So, oh, it's not here yet. So, your HDMI or your display port, the one that's going from the monitor to the computer, you're going to want to plug it into basically this slot. This is where the GPU will be. It's not in here on this current build, so it's hard for me to tell you. But you're going to plug it into the corresponding port on this. It'll be down here. There'll also be one of these ports up here on where the motherboard is. Don't plug it into that. You're going to want to plug it into here where the GPU is. So that's for your monitor. So the cord that's going from your monitor to the PC, that's what you'll do with that one. The other one is the power cord. So that's, you know, it's going to look like your average wall power cord. You're going to plug that one into, there'll be a corresponding spot somewhere like around, yes, thank you, the power supply. It'll be sticking out somewhere of your machine like this or this way. And you're going to plug that power cord that should be included in the box into that and then into a wall socket. Those are the main ones. The other things that you got to plug in, mouse and keyboard, any of the USBs on the back of the PC will work. And that's how you do it. So you know my build, my HDMI works flawless with my CPU. Could I tech run my stats screen for temps and such from that HDMI? I don't know. Maybe? That's not sure, but theoretically it has a built-in GPU, so couldn't it do it? I don't know. I kind of find that the iGPU doesn't really want to work when there's also a discrete GPU. Like it kind of defaults. Yeah, I don't know. I've never tried to do that. I did my mistake for like a week, but swapped it back. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Do you guys have any videos on how to set it up? Let me see if we do. I think we had a series for a bit. Oh, no, this is me. Let me see if I can find one to link you. We got like a lot of how to fix, but I need like just a setup, which I know we did a video at one point. I don't know if we uploaded it.
What was the case I channel?
Oh, DIY this? Let's see. No, is it DIY? No, it wasn't DIY this. It was troubleshoot this. Oh, I like how I'm searching my own YouTube video. Oh my gosh, bring me back to the U's. Okay, hold on. Where is K? Pretty sure it's troubleshoot this. Maybe it wasn't dis. Oh, showing results for troubleshooters instead. Thank you, search engines. I love you. When that's like literally it is. I hate that about. It's very annoying.
Damn, who is that?
Oh man, do you not remember this from when we did this for last Halloween? It was fun.
Crazy, that looks like...
I know, another world. It was just last year, I think.
Wow.
Yeah. We still had excise. Walker build. No video issue. I don't have a video on just like out-of-box setup. No post, no display, no power. But I can link you this video that is basically if you're having any trouble getting it to turn on, that video should help you. If after that you can't figure out how to get it all together, please call customer service. quality 1000-watt power supply is sufficient for 5090 and 9800X3D. Yeah, 9800X3D actually doesn't pull that much wattage, so you're fine. I mean, like, you know, relative to some other things. Maybe I'll try. I do have a warranty. I meant to make one when I unbox mine, yeah. I ordered a PC 3L 2 days ago. Super excited for it. Heck yeah!
Nice, nice.
Thanks so much for ordering with us, Selena. Get hyped. Oh yeah. Alright, we're quiet again. Time for me to pull another. Oh my god, was I playing on the. Sorry if anyone had to
Definitely
listen
not
to
quiet.
K. Alright, here we go. Would you rather only be able to go out when it's light outside or only when it's dark outside?
I am kind of a night owl.
Are the bottom and vertical fans intakes, exhaust through back and top? Okay, so this is an intake and this is an intake. So basically, intake, exhaust. So, yes. Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, the daylight, for me, I would miss out on certain, like, you know, night events, looking up at a starry night, but I'm solar powered.
Alright, Lord. What's today? The 18th? 19th?
19th.
19th? Ooh. The new Superman is streaming today. If you haven't seen it, you haven't seen it, huh? You never
No,
go to the
I
movies.
never go to the movies. I also, like, I probably won't really see it.
You weren't big on it?
But it's not even just that, I just, I've kind of been superhero burnt out, which is wild, because I love
That's fair.
superheroes.
Actually, yeah, same. The Marvel movies burnt me out. And, like, the DC movies were, like, super, like,
Hit or miss, yeah.
Yeah, mostly miss, in my
Yeah.
opinion. But, like, this, like, new direction that they're going in, I actually really enjoyed it. This new Superman movie was, like, super good.
I still like my comic books, obviously, but I just think that, I don't know, it's less formulaic in a comic book, because they can also just be like, hey, let's, like, what if we just turn this whole trope on its, like, head, or whatever, or, like, let's do something so messed up in the comics that, like, yeah, we can never bring that to, like, you know, the general audience, and you're like, cool, thank you.
That's fair.
Nightmare fuel, yeah.
How deep are you in The Boys?
Oh, man, that was tough. I actually had to take a break after the first volume.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man,
Yeah.
I bet.
I had to kind of think, like, oh, man, do I want to continue this? Because it's rough.
Yeah.
It's good, don't get me wrong. Like,
Good, yeah.
Yeah. It also, though, ironically, I was like, I'm going to read the comic before I watch the show. And it made me be like, I'm not going to watch the show because I
No, the show's a lot better.
But, like, I know it's not going to be anywhere near the level of, like...
No, yeah, the
messed
show's
up that it
actually
is in
good.
the comics, yeah.
The comics I heard are unhinged.
It's
The
just
show, like,
very
distills
heavy.
that into something more cohesive and actually good.
Piece build looks so good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Nighttime, less heat, true. Like Peacemaker TV show.
Oh yeah, dude! It made me want to catch up on Peacemaker. I liked season 1, but then like I never like went back. I think season 2 is out, right? I need to get back on it.
I haven't watched it, but I was seeing like a lot of commercials for it.
Yeah, I heard that one's good too.
Comics nerd, yeah, you got me. Hey Seneca, how you doing? Welcome in.
What up, Nero? Damn, that actually makes me kind of sad that the comics turned you off to the show, because the show's actually good.
I'm not saying the comics are bad. The comics
They
are
are
really
bad,
good.
though.
They're not though.
They are though.
What do you mean? Have you read the comics?
Nah, cause they suck.
Then get out of here. What? The comic is always better.
It's not.
I guarantee you.
I mean, I can't say.
Yeah.
I haven't read it, so I can't say too deeply. But you also haven't watched the show, so
Yeah.
it's two MFers talking about mediums that they haven't watched.
Is Wednesday season 2 good? I don't know. I haven't watched
I
that one
haven't
either.
seen it.
I'm so out of the lexicon these days.
Yeah,
though.
I don't watch a lot of.
I'm here watching old movies that everyone forgot about, being like, hey,
That good old Turner
have you
classic
seen
movie.
Wednesday? And I'm like, no, but I watched Benny and June for some reason. Yeah. Oh yeah, you catch me on Turner Classic Movies. Heck yeah. I told you about that weekend where they had an Elizabeth Taylor marathon, and I just didn't move. No commercials, so it's hard. Once the movie starts, you're locked in. You
No
can't go
commercials is pretty compelling. I gotta
yeah,
say.
it's pretty good. 5 episodes of season 2 is out. Asterix and Obelix are the best comic book characters.
Who's watching Alien Earth? No spoilers though, because I haven't seen the recent episode. I'm sure stuff is
Wow.
really popping off.
I'm getting a PC soon. Do you have
Hello,
any
hello.
recommendations for a keyboard I should get? Ooh.
One that you like. It's very subjective, bro.
Yeah, it's all about finding one where like the keys feel really good under your hands. You like the clickiness of it. What I recommend is if you can go to like a Best Buy or somewhere where they're gonna have a couple different keyboards on display, go and just clicky-clacky on a bunch of them. A Micro Center is even better if you have one of those. And just get a feel for what you like. When you have switches that you really, really enjoy on a keyboard, it makes the whole thing way more enjoyable. How do I custom build a PC if I don't know the first thing about computers? I don't want to get ripped off. Fair. Unfortunately, there's a degree of knowing what you're doing that is necessary. Like, I'm not saying you have to be an expert, but the most important thing is just to make sure that whatever component that you're buying isn't super out of date, and that it works with the other components that you're buying. Luckily, there's some good tools for this out there. PCPartPicker.com. Anything that you add in your little build list, it will tell you if it's incompatible with something else. Obviously, there are things that does not catch, especially dimension-wise. But that will help. But as far as like getting ripped off and all that, as long as you like research, I would not buy any processor or GPU if you're worried about getting ripped off that came out more than like 4 years ago, 5 if your budget's really low. That's going to be outdated, you're not going to get much out of it, and you'll have to upgrade all of it when time comes to go. The other thing that you want to look for is core count, and clock speeds. Actually, there's some really good resources under our YouTube. Mostly they're like shorts and all this. If you look at mine, like what is a CPU, what is a GPU, and all that, I kind of give some good suggestions in there as far as what you should be looking at. But yeah, otherwise PC Part Picker is a really good resource, just to make sure that you're buying things that are compatible with each other, because especially CPUs have different sockets that they need, so you could end up getting a motherboard that is incompatible with the CPU that you bought, and that's an expensive mistake.
Alright, folks. This build is done. It is finished. It is complete.
Cool. Alright. This PC's done. It's gonna go and get Windows put on it. All the drivers it needs out of the box is ready to go. You can just set up your profile, download your game launchers, and you're good to go. We are also going to stress test this. Make sure these components are... Wow, I totally forgot my spiel for a second. Make sure these components work and work under load, and when it passes all that, it'll be headed to you. So watch out for it, and thank you for ordering at us, Web.
Alright.
That's a very nice looking computer. I think you are going to be very pleased with the case.
Oh yes, oh yeah.
Yeah. Not saying that, the Vision's a bad choice either. They're both really great. But I think you're going to like this. I don't think you're going to beat yourself up over it. Looks awesome. Thanks. You're very welcome.
You are welcome.
Yeah. Alright. We're going to queue up our final build of the week. It'll be for Ameya. Hopefully they are back. If not, I'm sure
we won't get too far in before they show up. But yeah. When did you start building PCs? Oh man, like when did we start? When did you start building PCs?
Fucking, like 10 years ago? I don't know.
10 years ago for Juan, about 5 years ago for me. If you meant when did we start building on this stream,
Oh,
2 hours ago. I wasn't sure what, like, it, so I'm just covering all of our, I'm covering all of our bases. Thanks for the advice. You're very welcome. Can you build me a PC and send it to Hong Kong? How powerful is that PC? How much does it cost? Very powerful. A good, decent amount. No, I can't build you a PC and send it to Hong Kong. But I'm sure there are people in Hong Kong who can build you a PC. There's a beast right there, indeed. Oh, it looks so good, yeah. I got the 11, I think it's called. Yeah, yeah. Oh, it was a very popular case. That's actually what our last one is going to be. 5K? I was like less than that, but yeah, you're probably thinking about that, yeah. Windows 10 dying, don't get old CPU if Windows 11 don't support it. Yeah, that's actually really good advice. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, get something that supports Windows 11. How many stress tests did Fabian make mine go through? Yeah, for real. Also, Ark is dead apparently. I mean, that's a speculation. We will see. We will see. Should have ordered from you folks instead of building my own this last time. Well, that's all good. Building your own is always kind of fun too, but yeah, we're here when you don't want to do that. Fabian didn't test your build, he put it in the car wash, make sure it's clean for you. Man, you guys joke, but we used to have this like isopropyl, that had a spray nozzle, and I would literally wash motherboards off in the sink with like just straight isopropyl, but it looked like I was just like washing dishes through a motherboard. It was so satisfying in like a this is wrong way. $1988. Oh, I was like, what does that mean, Jeff? But I was like, oh, since you've been building PCs, okay. I was like, what does it mean? What does it mean? Alrighty, last build. Man, the urge to just add an O to everything. Last buildo. Buildo wagons, what? Man, that hot Cheeto burrito was good, but it needed more sour cream.
I thought you were going to say more Cheetos.
It did need more Cheetos, personally. I will build my own PC, but I will not build PCs for other people. Yeah, that's kind of fair. Yeah. Depends on the person. Yeah, I mean, like, maybe for, like, a really close friend, but, yeah, for, like, my neighbor's cousin's dog, probably not. I built about 12 PCs for myself and family. Nice. Yeah, I like to do the hand-me-down method where, you know, you get an upgrade, and then they get an upgrade, and then the person, you know, the next person gets an upgrade because everyone's moving the CPUs down the line. My dad has a new PC with a DVD drive, SD card reader, and a lot of front I/O. The case is really old school. 5600G is a good office chip. You guys just reminded me, there was a really cool case that just released that is super retro looking. PC case, new, old. New old is going to be very confusing. And yet, I think I found it. Oh, dang it. This one. This was on PC Gamer. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm just gonna link this.
This is the case where I'm like, ooh. Makes me, want to use it for focus on the YouTubes. It is the, get out of here, PC gaming, gosh. Yeah, what's the name? What's the name? Where's the name? Why can't I find a name? Who are you? Anyways, it's a new ATX chassis that looks like an old computer, and it has optical drive bays. What? Dude, actually, I might get this and recase my PC in it, because I do actually need optical drive bays now. I'm going back to the classic format, CD, and I need the optical drives for that. My dad has a new PC with a DVD. Oh, sorry, I already read that. Bip, 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 bip. 600G is a good office chip, for real. Got SLPO2, I want that, yeah. Silverstone case, yes, that's it, Silverstone does it. If I get another PC, I will build in this case, or the successor. Yeah, I'm curious about it. I would love to get my hands on it, because I would like to test the airflow of it, to see if it's even viable. Because that's like a make or break for me, but I'm curious. I tried to do an upgrade myself, somehow I messed up putting in RAM. Oh. I mean, that can happen. It can be tough, especially because it needs, like, you know, pressure to go in. But obviously, if you're not putting in correctly, you'll just be applying pressure and can break things, yeah. Surprisingly, like, not surprisingly, but it's pretty common. So don't feel bad about that. Hey Juan, what's your favorite CPU-GPU combo this generation?
7900 X3D and 9070 XT, because I like the number 7. That's it.
Sometimes it's that simple.
It's that simple.
Silverstone FLP02, as far as I can tell, yeah. I got an inverted Silverstone Micro ATX case. Yeah, Silverstone's got some stuff that really appeals to the side of me that misses the drive bay. I'm just like, give me the optical drives. Give me my collectible media back. Hot take, most office use cases only need mini PCs. You are very correct.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Some of the best setups, I think, are like mini PCs that are like a little square, just on a computers. That's like every computer lab. Most gamers only need micro ATX. Ooh, I agree. But we do love a full looking case. That is something that people always will be like, oh, it doesn't look full enough with the Maddox, and it's like, Where else are you streaming? On Twitch. We do Twitch and YouTube on these days. That implies that we do something else on a different day, but we don't. It's just those two. I don't know why I said it like that. Isn't micro ATX more expensive? Well, ITX is more expensive. Sort of. ITX can be more expensive because obviously they have to make things small. But usually you can still find them for like $250. MATX is usually cheaper. It's hard to find a really high-end, not hard, but there's not as many high-end like micro ATX motherboards. So most of them are kind of in the like, you know, 660, 650 range as far as like a class of motherboard, not price. So those tend to be cheaper than like an X670, X7 or X870, Z690, Z890 board. Though there are those in micro ATX, you just don't see them as often. Offices use laptops. Yeah, I guess they do these days. Boo. It's fine. No, micro ATX is cheaper, mini ITX is more expensive. True.
I run a 7800 X3D and 4090 on a B650. Yeah,
Hey.
if it works, it works. And that works. Hot take, micro anything is the devil. I mean, anytime you're going with, like, smaller, especially to a certain small, you're getting, like, more expensive for less power. Not so much with, like, motherboards, but I think about, like, the laptop form factor. There's no laptop that's gonna compete, especially outclass a desktop of similar specs, just because there are no similar specs when you're working within that form factor limitation, and also airflow limitation. Microchip, Microsoft. Seneca's really trying to find the loophole there. I said Microsoft is the devil. Mama uses Linux, doesn't she? Although, can we bring back tiny phones? That would be cool. I would be a big fan of that. I love my foldy phone because it becomes half of its size, but if it could be even smaller, would love that. Tiny phones. Best I can do is a tablet, but faulty. Yeah, I guess. I don't know, guys. We might see. I keep talking about how I might go to a dumb phone for a while to cure smartphone addiction. I'll keep you up to date on if I do. I was gonna do it last weekend, but then I didn't want to because I was on the phone too much. Man, they really give you all of the stuffing with that one. Ah!
Wow, fastest reaction time.
Yeah, alright. I got really good reactions. I will try to get into the big medieval reenactment group this weekend. Heck yeah. Work a leg. Plenty of cheap burner phones that just do text and phone. Yeah, I went to check one of them out at Best Buy last weekend. Not this weekend, but a weekend or two. And I was like, oh, this is the one that everyone says is really good for... And then I looked at it, I was like, why is it so big? Because it's like a clamshell. And I open it, and like, yeah, it's just like an old school kind of phone, but the buttons are huge, and I was like, it's because they think that you're going to be elderly if you're using this. And I was like, it wasn't, it was a Nokia, but I was just like, Ooh, yeah. 2,500 people every 4 years, dang. That's crazy. Town of 30,000 people with a 2,500 people reenactment. Yeah, for real. Gosh, what is the like audition process like for that? That's a lot of people. Do you look good or have a useful skill for that? You're going to take part. Dang, just like any acting audition where they're like, yeah. Audition is actually pretty strict. Dang. I will play the town drunk. That's probably a very popular role. At least at every, Renaissance fair I've been to. Okay, Homer Simpson.
There's always a group of gypsies in that reenactment group. Those are the town VIPs. Oh. Hi, RX 9060 XT or 5060 Ti? Ooh! That's tough. Honestly, you can't go wrong with either. Well, is it the 9060 XT? Is it the 9060 XT that is... Hold on. Let me look at the prices. Because if it's the 16 gigabyte one, I would go for the 16 gigabyte one. Like, for real. Fantastic. Those look to be about 400. The regular one's 280. Ooh. Yeah, honestly, for the price of it, because it's almost the same as the 16 gigabyte 9060 XT, I would go for the 16 gigabyte 9060 XT over the 8 gigabyte 5060 Ti any day. Did you see the meme? Homer Simpson's only 32 years old. What?
What?
Oh no, that totally could be the case, because didn't he... I was like, they had Bart, like, when they were really young. And Bart's only like, what, 10, 12? The dude who made the globe at the plaza in front of the World Trade Center for 9/11, he also took part as a gypsy. Huh. Hey, my two favorite tech builders. Did you know the sun is 400 times larger than the moon and 400 times as far away, making both objects appear the same size in our sky?
I did not.
What? Really? Yeah, I did not know that. That's pretty cool. Do you ever think about, like, what if, like, the world was like a tea kettle and the moon was like the little spout and the moon is the texture of what's outside the tea kettle? Like, not in like a serious way, like, I don't think the world is a tea kettle, but sometimes I like to look at the sky and think about, like, yeah, we're in a tea kettle and this is just the little steam spout. And whatever's out there looks like that. No, that's fair. Which one's better, 9070 XT or 5070 Ti? I'm looking towards my new PC, so I'm planning ahead of time, planning by it. I mean, as far as just which one is better, 5070 Ti. 5070 Ti, yeah, I think... I don't know. It depends, actually. Yeah. I think the 5070 Ti is better than the 9070 XT, but I think the 9070 XT is the better deal. Again, depending on what the price of them is right now in the market. I would either take more or less. The Kratos is wrong. Sudokoo's roasting me. I don't know, do you guys ever do that thing where, like, you'll sit in a chair, especially, like, outside, and then you think about, like, man, what would happen if the gravity just, like, inverted, like, in a video game, like, to its side or whatever, and, like, how would I get back in the house? Like, you know, I'd walk on this thingy.
We talked about this already, we didn't play.
Oh, yeah.
Suddenly worried.
No, I just am reading. Would AMD and NVIDIA be good, just like Intel and NVIDIA? Yeah, there's no issue with using an AMD chip and an NVIDIA graphics card. They're totally fine. So if there's a total eclipse, they just turn the light off in the kitchen? Yeah. And when it's kind of eclipsed, it's like something's in the way, like someone's having a conversation and like their belly's just kind of sticking out just enough, yeah.
I'm also a big fan of lying on grass and then looking up at the sky and then thinking about what it'd be like just to like fall into it, which I'm pretty sure is like a Vanessa Carlton song or something. I don't know. Oof.
It's on purpose.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. I was like, 'cause
One gets
that would have been
fallen.
wild if you like loaded it and then we're like,
No, it's, I have to flip them. But one did fall on my foot, so I gotta
Oh, rip. At least you kind of know where it went.
kinda.
It's the screw that falls that you do not see that is. You'll be looking for it forever. Oh my god, I cursed you. Okay, no. Okay, let's do another would you rather generator.
I thought you were gonna say gentleman.
Would you rather spend 5 years in prison or 20 years in a coma?
20 in a coma.
Because, like, after prison, I mean, assumably that's on your record, it's probably harder for you to, like, get a
20 in a
job, do
coma.
certain things. I don't know, man. I have this big fear that, like, when you're in a coma, you're actually, like, very conscious of everything, but you can't move, and, like, that scares me. I'm doing 5 years in prison. Don't take that out of context either. Just... Hello.
Good question. Do you still have that power supply?
Ooh.
Power supply what?
Probably not.
Power supply what?
The little thing you put on the thing for.
Jump it. Oh, yeah, you just been clearing out these.
They're around. Go ahead.
Fine.
Okay, let me ask you. Would you rather spend 5 years in jail or 20 years in a coma?
Coma.
See?
Am I the
That's
only?
what I'm
No,
saying.
man. Less time. Mm-mm.
Because you have a chance of waking up.
You don't in
No,
prison?
20 years, bro.
Yeah. Something like that.
If you really can't find it, I have a shitload at my other desk. I just have to go out there.
It's in his other car.
It's hot as hell out there.
It's at his other desk.
You can have those if you want, yeah.
Yeah.
They come with a power supply that the cables don't fit, they're too skinny. I don't even know why they include. Yeah, like what was the logic behind it?
This might be a dumb idiot question, but are the pre-built ones like ready to ship and already put together, or do they have to be fiddled around with as well?
More or less.
Yeah, I was like, those are all already assembled, hence pre-built. So yeah. In theory, they should get to you quicker than a custom build will.
How much goodies in
Yeah.
What?
He's really enjoying going through that trash. Cool, yeah.
Yeah, try other corners. I literally just yeeted one like 2 builds ago. Hey, there you go.
plus some Velcros. So.
Hey man, whatever's in there is yours.
Look, Tony's give it to me.
What is it? Oh, okay. Bro, it's cause everything that's in there I already maxed out, so it's like, I don't need any more, you know?
Well, I need all.
Okay.
I sell them to like Swedish runaways.
Okay.
Anyway, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, I pulled another one. Would you rather have the ability to speak to animals or the ability to speak all languages? Presumably not to the animals.
So speak to people or animals? Damn.
You can speak to any person or any animal.
I'll take animals.
I mean, like, think about all the money you could make career-wise just by being like, oh yeah, I train dogs, and you just be like, hey, can you just be good?
And they're like, oh yeah, my bad. What do you want me to do? Like, yeah, they just want you to sit when they say sit. And, yeah, they really don't want you pooping in the house anymore. And he's like, oh, okay, for real. I thought I could. Yeah, no.
Caesar melange?
No, homie, you actually can't. Oh, my bad. Okay, yeah, I won't anymore. Cool, cool. That'll be $200.
Yeah, I'll take animal.
Or you could have like a spy network, literally. You could just get like a little goldfinch and be like, yeah, this is, yeah, you're gonna go over here, whew, listen to everything and bring it back. Although being able to speak all languages, you would also have like infinite employment because you could just be like, oh yeah, I'll do customer support for the world.
The world.
Very telling of our time that I'm like, how can I monetize this superpower?
Yeah, you really went right into money, man. I was like, I don't want to be social. The people, as in.
Yeah. And well, just because people are stupid and really suck, yeah. Yeah. I mean, it would be cool to like travel anywhere and be able to just be like, you know, hey, what's up? But I don't know, man. Animals are everywhere. And like, think about what we can learn from animals, and think about how you
Right?
can monetize it. And I'm back. Filter installed. Heck yeah, welcome back.
Welcome back.
You caught us. Fresh tasty water required. Ooh, yeah.
Oh, this needs some W.
I'm a big fan of fridge water, personally.
Sorry about that.
Our fridge water went out ages ago with a leak. Oh, boo, that sucks. I have a faucet filter. Oh, yeah, I've seen those, yeah.
Ooh, some Brita. I remember they had flavored ones.
But sometimes they have those, like, reverse osmosis ones, too, for the, like, that you can get, like, a little thingy for your sink. I think the PC might be missing a fan or two. LOL. Yeah, I was like, it's probably just where the AIO is.
Yeah, I'm working on installing that right now. It just slipped out of my hand though. There we go.
Yeah, and this one has a glass top, so no top exhaust.
No top exhaust. That's why there's two rear intakes.
Yeah. Intakes exhausts?
Hmm?
Exhausts?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Pure is the one I got. Oh, okay, nice. I've heard of those. Enjoyed my 011, but it was just so heavy. I'm really happy with my Corsair frame 4000 now.
Nice.
Yeah, sometimes like just a smaller, lighter case is welcome. If you got a good place to display it though, and you're not moving it much, that's when you go for the fancy showpieces. Yeah, they offered us like a reverse osmosis system thingy for the, just like for the kitchen, like just drinking water. But I said no to it because I was like, this is expensive. But then I found out that like most water in California, just because of the like geographical makeup of everything, has a little bit of arsenic in it. And then reverse osmosis does filter that out. Nothing else really does.
But then I thought about it, and I was like, I don't know, man. My family's been here for generations. They've been drinking arsenic. Like, we're fine.
Yeah.
We're adapted.
You guys are different.
And I take my PC to Dreamcast and all that, so I didn't want that much glass. Oh, totally understandable.
Oof, yeah.
Water's good, but we have sulfur sometimes, which is fine. It's not bad for you, but the taste of it, ooh, yeah. That's the thing. Everywhere I've lived, it's always like, yeah, but we have this one thing. Yeah. I always thought our water tasted really good, but yeah, just a little bit of arsenic. It's under the the limits that are set by a good fair amount, but
Yeah, that's good for you.
yeah. So last year at DreamHack, someone took their glasses off and it barely touched the concrete. Oh, their glass off, not their glasses. And it barely touched the concrete and boom, shattered everywhere. Felt for the guy.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
that sucks. Yeah, concrete's another one that is just tiny micro points ready to put pressure on the glass. Oof. I might buy the Samsung 8TB SSD for my games and other stuff. Yeah, I mean, not a bad idea. Like, it is static power, so it's not going to be as fast as like an M.2 necessarily, but plenty of games can run off that totally fine. And I mean, you can't beat that amount of storage. That's why when we have the workbench set up at my house, the glass panels get the sofa. Yep. They get a sofa, they get a blankie, something nice. Bounce them on a pillow. Oh, here's a good question to the audience and us. Hardwood or carpet? Luxury vinyl plank flooring is not an option. Hardwood or carpet?
Hardwood.
Interesting.
What do you think?
I don't know, I'm trying to figure out.
Oh.
In like 5 years, I'm probably going to upgrade my flooring, and I'm trying to figure out if I should put in like higher quality carpet, like a wool carpet, or if I should go hardwood. Even though I just installed LVP in my house, yeah. Yeah, the builder offered like, it was like 10K or something to have the vinyl flooring put in basically, and
That's a bit steep for.
yeah, I was like, and so I declined it, and they're like, okay, but if you do it in the future, like, they're gonna have to like level the floor for it and do all the stuff that we would otherwise do. And then I found out that a bunch of people in the neighborhood who went with it, apparently whoever installed it didn't seal it underneath, so it all started coming up like already, and
Wow.
like the builder's having to pay out like because it's under warranty obviously, but builders having to pay out all of these, and I'm just like being cheap paid off. Because I figured, I was like, well, if I really want that, I could probably do it myself for cheaper.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10K is crazy.
Mhm. I could not afford wood, lol. That's totally fair, yeah. This would be like something I'd save up for, if anything, and I'd probably only do the downstairs. Depends, do I have to clean it? Yes. Carpet can be annoying. Carpet can be annoying. 7K for my floors, oof. Are you guys based out of California? Yes, we are. The thing with hardwood, though, I've learned is that it can't really get wet. And I'm somebody who, like, will, drop an ice cube or two
on my way out of the fridge, so like,
Pick it up.
no, it's for the dog. And then later a puddle.
Gross. What do y'all think of iShow speed? It's a little extravagant, but kind of wholesome.
You have to use a really good sealant. Yeah, that's what I think. They probably just like cheaped out. If I have to clean it, then carpet all the way. Yeah, especially with the little robo vacuums now, I'm like, actually, carpet's pretty easy. And I had the windows open while it rained, like an idiot. And then I was like, the carpet under it is wet. A couple once-overs with a towel. It was good to go. I love the look of hardware, but a giant pain in the ass to maintain. Yeah, that's what I worry about, is like, yeah, because you always gotta like, you know, keep up with it. Also, I'm like, if you fall, it probably hurts real bad.
Did you see the TikTok girlies were doing like the like cleaning method that they do in other countries, where like they use like copious amounts of water and ruining their floors, their vinyl flooring,
No.
where they're like they just like pour a shitload of water and just like scrub.
Never good. I'm back. Looks so good.
Nice,
Lucky person
nice,
who's
I'm
getting it. Yes, lucky indeed. But yeah, you're just in time. Yeah, I was like trying to kill time. I was in Floor and Decor the other day, just like, you know, future planning. A lot of decisions. Where do y'all get your Windows keys from? From Microsoft, directly.
Are those the ND fans? No, they're Cooler One fans, but they're still pretty nice.
If I remodel my house, I want Kelsey to come put in help. Yeah. Dude, actually, like, all this, like, design stuff I've been doing for the house has me being like, I should have gone and do interior design. And I'll do the landscaping, too. I feel like the average consumer would not like my design choices, though, because I'm like, bold, color! Are those Lian Lee fans? Ah, they're... Oh, sorry. Make a smart house that locks you in. The house is like, you're trapped in here with me. You would not want to deal with my yard, it's so bad, and hard clay. Oh, dude, that's all I got here too. I've learned to work with the clay. I bargain with it. And more recently, I aerate it, and then I'm gonna just pour like absolute compost all over it, and hope that it gets in the holes, and slowly makes everything better. Trade you, I have sand. Ooh, actually, I would rather work with clay than sand. Sand is tough. I planted a tree at the house I grew up in, and it was interesting because it was like looked like a layer of dirt,
clay and then sand under all of that. And I was like, what the? It's kind of close to the coast, so that might be why. Sand is weird. You can rototill about 4 inches into the ground with clay and replace it if needed with dirt, or overtill until it looks like dirt, and usually you are good. Yeah, I feel like that's what they must have done before we moved in, but then all the topsoil blew away while I was waiting to do the lawn. No, not the lawn, the yard. Used to live on clay, they used to blow out the basements instead of digging. Dang.
Jeez.
Yeah, trying to like dig through that, like deep to put in my like my blueberries and my trees in the summer when it was like very dry, it was like going through concrete. Ooh, that's a really nice GPU for this.
Right.
Like aesthetically, it's just like, yeah. You see, you till 4 inches or 6 inches in and just remove out of it and mix the soil. What do you think about the Intel package? I just pulled out like 3 weeks ago the Intel desk mat that I won at DreamHack last year, and I have another one I won from you guys. Yeah, I've noticed. I was like, man, mouse pads are like the thing we have like in excess, and probably so does everybody else. Like at any time, I could like swap between 3 mouse pads at home for myself. So, yeah, more mouse pads the merrier, you know. Just got my Dark Ages mouse pad. Ooh, nice. Take 2 mouse pads, please. That's me with phone cases. Oh, nice. As long as they were oversized. Yeah, these ones are more like your, kind of like this. There was some that we got that were like yay, and then we had some that were bigger. But probably not full. What virus protection do y'all recommend? I use
Windows
Trend
Defender.
Micro. Yeah, actually, I'm a big fan of just Windows Defender, letting it do its thing. As long as you kind of like heed its warnings and you don't, you know, download things that are sketchy, it's really all you need. I have so many. I got a pad and mat in the box. Yeah. If you have to have an antivirus, only one I have tested with no issues with games was Avast, and it's free. Yeah, I just know that, like, you know, the days of Norton being like the go-to are like totally gone, and it's basically like having malware on your computer because it slows it down so much. It's crazy. Yeah, those are huge mouse pads. They're like yoga mats. Yeah. It's crazy. We'll have like a bunch of them out on desks, and it's crazy how big they are. Okay, is Juan getting the iPhone 17?
I don't think so. I'm fine with my 14 Pro.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
It's super small and lightweight. I never trusted any of the antiviruses, but the free ones. Yeah, because then it's like, they're not after like a profit motive. I use AVG and it's pretty good and uses little to no resources. Panda Avast. I got Trend Micro free because my friend used to be top level Skytech advisor. Nice. I'm not an Apple person, but damn them, they have my favorite orange color. I know. I'm basically locked into Android for life, but Apple always be trying to woo me with colors.
I too am a big fan of orange, so yeah. Need more orange things in other places. The other thing is the paid ones usually have back doors into them, the free ones do not, and we're not required. Learn from my friends. So I always stuck with the free ones. Yeah, that's probably wise. I mean, I used to always use, like, when I did have viruses, I used to use Spybot Search and Destroy. That was always like a free download, classic. Yeah. AVG, unless you have improved, is very picky on which PCs it runs smooth with and which ones doesn't. I finally get my PC next week. Should I keep my Game Pass account? I play mostly Call of Duty and Halo. I would keep it until you get the PC. See what's on there that you want to download for the PC. If there's not really much else besides like Call of Duty or whatever, then maybe you don't need it. But I think you'll find a bunch of stuff on there that's worth playing, at least for the first couple weeks of you having a PC. I actually have a similar color to that that I wanted to have on my Avalanche. GM calls it Sunburst Orange. Ooh. Yeah, this like Motorola that I have was Peach Fuzz, which was like the lightest, lamest sort of a hue of orange, and it looked more orange in the advertisement. I was like, I was befooled, that's for sure. GP Ultimate, now just on PC I have access to 470 games. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I should honestly probably up Game Pass again after I play and finish Digimon. Everything, I'm like clearing my schedule for that game. After that though, I will probably play Farm Simulator 25. Finally. EA Play is included with Game Pass, so you get Madden and UFC games included with all that as well. Yeah. Also, like, all the old Dragon Ages. I think you even have some free access to Sims. And Spore, maybe? Samsung 24 Ultra had a really orange. Ooh, nice. Great a few Xbox games you want to play that do not cross progression or cross play. Sims 4 is free period now. Oh yeah, I guess it is. It's kind of wild. Hey, look at that.
Look at that. Alright, folks. Build is done. It is finished. It is complete.
Gorgeous, gorgeous. Alright, this PC is done. It is going to go and get Windows put on it. All the drivers that you need, so out of the box, it's ready to go. You can just set up your profile, download your game launchers, and you're good to go. We are also going to stress test this, make sure these components work and work under load, and when it passes all that, it'll be headed to you. So watch out for it, and thank you so much for ordering with us.
Thank you.
Lovely PC. Oh my gosh. Look at that with the Tryx. Panorama. That screen. This is cool. I don't know if I've talked about this one much, but you can use it as like a large panoramic screen or two separate screens. It's pretty cool. Oh my Christmas is early. Heck yeah.
Nice, nice. I'm glad you like it.
Indeed. Yeah, treat yourself.
Treat
Merry
yourself.
Christmas indeed. Lovely, lovely. Heck yeah. So yeah, that'll be head to you soon. Alright folks, well, that was our last build. You know what that means. It's the end of the build stream. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We always love seeing you. We are going to go off and have a wonderful weekend. Make a bunch of stories that we can tell you about on Wednesday. I hope that y'all do the same. Get outside this weekend, or don't if it's hot. Play some video games. Don't do anything I want to do. And until next time, guys, we'll see you then.
Bye.